Kasala don't post oh. Hey, my own don't meet me today and I want to make I wanna. But he say no yawa without rubber. He lie. Me sef come mumu join. We don't even remember Belle at all. Now Belle don't laugh for my domot. Who I won't tell. What I won't tell my mama. Try, mama get you go kill me today.
Habab, not be only condom you fit use prevent belena, even if yawa boss. Solution fit dey. No go put yourself for gbege o. No go wunjure your body. No go kill yourself o. For more information and tori, call 0902 777 0177 quick. Make we yarn with you one-on-one. This message now from One Life Initiative with Collaborate from Amplify Change.
Beautiful evening. Thank you for being there with us on Splash 105.5 FM, your integrity station. Right here, we promote the right values. Wonderful Wednesday evening, and I thank you for being there. Amulu Ashion Akinola. Well, it's the 6th edition. 12th rather, not 6. Okay, we've done 6. Then this is the 6th one after the 6th one. Yes, this is the 6th after the 6th edition. So we are on number 12. Today you get to listen to the 12th, part of that drama, Loud Whispers. Okay, so have you been listening? For those who listened last time, they got some gift. I even spoke to one of them today, and she's coming here on Friday. So if you also want to win something on the program today, you better listen up, and I'm sure that you've been listening to drama from now, before now. So welcome to this edition of the program. Today, what we want to do is to talk a little about what Loud Whispers is about, the reason for this program, that's why we're here today. The program is sponsored by One Life Initiative for Human Development with support from Amplify Change. And what this drama, or what the entire program is about your reproductive rights, sexual health and reproductive rights. And we talk about it in a manner by which you will understand what you need to know. It's done as a part of a sexual and reproductive health right project aimed at accelerating the abandonment of unsafe abortion in Nigeria. We don't want anyone talking about, doing something that is wrong, something that is not right. We don't want anyone talking about things that are not acceptable by our laws. So, we want you to know your right. We want you to know your privileges. We want you to know what you need to do when you have issues with your reproductive health. And so that's why this program is on. So you can call out One Life Initiative line with 0902 777 0177. 0902 777 0177. Let me ask you a few questions. Have you been listening to the drama? Do you know the characters? How much are you familiar with the character? Is there a character you don't like at all? Is there a character that you love so much? When I say you don't like a particular character, I don't like you guys laughing or smiling, or putting something on your face. Why? Okay, but you will tell me the character that resonates with you a whole lot, and why do you like that character? But there's a character I don't want you to mention. Why are you laughing again? Okay. Anyway, you're free to mention any character of your choice. But the truth is, that's how we roll in California. Okay. Well, I got people from One Life Initiative here in the studio with me, and they'll be talking about the issues that we have on the table. Dorcas Famuyegu is here. She's a program officer, One Life Initiative. Welcome to the program.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening to you.
Thanks for having me here.
Good to have you here. And I also want to welcome Adeshokon Abdul Malik, who's a monitoring and evaluation officer. Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much, sir. Good evening, everyone.
It's good to have you here.
Thank you very much, sir.
Great. Okay, so we also want to thank Akpan Samuel, who is community media assistant. He is also here. So, the radio drama, Loud Whispers, is an 18 weeks edutainment series focusing on addressing issues such as family planning, female genital mutilation, unsafe abortion, and the rest. But I won't be the one to explain all of that to you. But for you, those who are listening for the first time, for the purpose of those probably listening to us for the first time today, I like Pawe going to help us here. What is Loud Whispers all about?
Okay, sir. Loud Whispers is a reproductive right-themed radio drama, and we have like a collections. We say stories from your backyard, like things, realities that are happening in everyday life, in people with people around us. So and it was brought together as a drama, and actually there are lots of reproductive health issues that has been portrayed, even in these last few episodes. So we could see like issues around relationship issues among young people. We could see like a mother trying to force a guy on the daughter because she feels, oh, this person is rich.
And he's bringing fruits.
And she's bringing fruit for Yalagbo.
For Yalagbo.
And everyone was like, no, I don't want this person.
I don't like this guy.
So that's one issue. Then we also have issues around low uptake of contraceptive service. We can see issue around Diola. She went to seek for herbal method. And we saw what happened to her in
that one beats my head though. I mean, how do you want to use agbo to stop pregnancy?
Yes, we have things like that. We even have people that use a particular ring. They will just say, oh, when you put on this ring, you will not get pregnant. So we have different people that use different methods for family planning, but they are not reliable because scientifically that they are not proven. So we actually encourage people to go through the modern contraceptive method. So we also have issues around, in this last few episodes, we saw Diola ending a pregnancy. And this is because of her health. We saw the saga, although she hid it from her husband, how she went through it. And this actually happens to people. She had a baby. The husband did not really allow her to make use of contraception, and she was scared of it and she was like, I need to do something about this. And this happened to people that have maybe young kids, and they were like, oh, the distance just few months, and they were like, I can't go through this. And we also have a story of Riskat. Riskat is a girl that she's the life of the party, but she has very risky sexual behaviors. So she doesn't care, she just run different guys, and she's enjoying the life of her head, in quotes. So we have people like that around us, and we actually have to pay attention to them, because since they contact so many people, so even the person that you seem to be protecting and they are fine, they are good, if they should have a contact with people like that, they can transfer infections, diseases, and anything to them. So we can't just look around and say, oh, this person has some behaviors that we don't judge them.
Business.
It's our business, because they live in the same society with us. So things can transfer like that.
Now, I'd like you to, I'm still with you, I'd like you to highlight a bit. You have done a bit of it, but in the last 6 episodes, what are the reproductive health issues that we can isolate, that we have seen, observable in the last 6 episodes?
Okay, the first one we saw issues around contraceptive use. Like I mentioned, that we're using herbal methods. So we've also seen issues around young people and comprehensive sexuality education. We saw the one where a counselor came to Bolu schools and actually had a session with them. So we actually saw that. And also issues around risky sexual practices in our society that actually leave women and young girls susceptible to unintended pregnancy and sexually transmitted infection. So we also saw issues around gender-based violence between husband and wife. Okay, you are not doing this, you are doing this, and this is not just between couples. Also, it happens between boyfriend and girlfriends generally. So we've also had an FGM mentioned in the past few episodes. So we've seen issues around safe and unsafe abortion. So we've seen so many reproductive health and rights issues in this past episodes.
All right, so I love highlighting all of these clearly for us to see. But I want to isolate one: sexuality education. You reference Bolu School. Maybe I come to our monitoring and evaluation officer. Do you think it's a system that should be adopted holistically today? Taking this sexuality education to secondary schools, letting them understand it, even before they become sexually active.
Yeah, thank you very much. For me, comprehensive sexuality education is something that should be taken to secondary schools. What we have mostly in Nigeria is that we have this idea of, if my child is being taught about sex or anything relating to sex, you are corrupting the child, and which is against the moral and religious upbringing we have in Nigeria.
Even culture too.
Exactly. So, but what we've found out is there's a UNESCO report that actually proves that going to secondary schools to provide comprehensive sexuality education to these girls or to these adolescents is actually more helpful than promoting abstinence, because what we have mostly in Nigeria is abstinence. If it's not abstinence, I'm not talking about sex. You don't. If the parent or the teacher or the religious leaders are not talking about abstain from sex till you get married.
Marriage.
There's no discussion around sex again. But what we found out is there are statistics that can back this up. That for instance, the Nigerian Demographic and Health Survey, about 8.6% of teenagers have, as of 2018, were reported to have been pregnant, and over I think over 20,000 girls that were captured during that survey had sex before. Some had sex by the age of 8, by the age of 9, by the age of 10. And coming to think of it, that most schools will not accept, or most parents, most religious institutions will not agree for it, will not allow you to talk to these girls about sex or anything relating to it. Despite them not talking about it, these girls are having sex, or these adolescents rather, they're having sex, they're getting pregnant. Some of them are doing things that they're not supposed to do that could damage their whole body system. They are doing it to themselves. So, but like the UNESCO report that I mentioned earlier, they carried out a massive survey, and they found out that discussing about sex and making the students or the teenagers know that for every decision you make regarding sex, there's a consequence.
Okay.
So if you choose to have sex, these are the consequences that are attached to it. If you choose not to, this is what might happen. Of course, we know if you choose not to have sex, there's no unintended pregnancy that can happen to you. So
you can't get STI. If you don't have sex,
you can. There are some STIs that can. For instance, HIV can be gotten through sharp objects.
Tell me STI that you can get without having sexual,
HIV AIDS.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
When you share sharp objects, yes. But taking this comprehensive sexuality education to schools would actually open the eyes of the students that this is the reality of things.
No.
And there are some other things that are also attached to comprehensive sexuality education, like life skills and value clarification. So with that, I feel we'll do better.
I want to come to you. I know you maybe have something you want to add to that, but in addition to whatever you want to add to that, let's talk about parents as well. Shouldn't we also be teaching parents, to be weaned of that idea that, don't spoil my children, don't tell them about sex, they're too young to hear about sex. Yet statistics have shown us that this thing is happening in the midst of these adolescents.
Thank you, sir. Actually, when we talk about comprehensive sexuality education, it's an holistic education. So it has to do. It's not just, we don't talk about sex alone. So we talk about issues around abstinence. We still mention it, and because we actually promote abstinence among young people especially. And also we talk about issues around menstrual health management, how to take care of their menstrual health. We have cases that some girls, they get to menstruate, and that's the first time they're actually having something about it, and the next line, 2 lines, their parents or anybody around will tell them that you are now a girl, you're now a woman, you can now, and that's all. So they don't even know how to manage themselves. There are so many questions, there are so many myths around it. They will tell them that if you're having menstrual pain, go and have sex, it will go. And all these are myths, and they're actually making them venture into risky behaviors. So we'll talk about issues, like my colleague has mentioned, we talk about issues around life building skills. So skills like assertiveness, communication skills, problem solving, how they can make decisions, say no, how they can set goals, smart goals for themselves. So we talk about issues around this. We talk about issues around female genital mutilation, how as young people they can protect their younger ones, and also like be an ambassador to actually end this practice. So we also mention like all these basic things. We talk about issues around self-esteem, or like the challenges that adolescents and young people face. So we talk about body image, how they see their body. So you can see that it's actually a robust method, like a method of teaching. So we talk about how they can protect themselves and prevent unintended pregnancy. So this is quite large, and we in One Life Initiative, we have a project we call School Connect project, that we actually go to different schools, and some schools have actually given us the opportunity, and it has been an awesome experience. We have had several questions that even if we mention them, it will shock us. There was a school that we had a contact with, and we have like an anonymous box. There's a way they write the question that you can't trace who wrote the question. They drop it in a very fanciful block box, and even the teachers were scared when one of the students was asking that she had abortion a couple of times, and the person that...
Did you say a couple of times?
Yes. And she was like, the person that does it for her was like, she should not do this one again, that what should she do? We have had questions like somebody was saying that, okay, he saw his girlfriend is in secondary school with his elder brother, and he feels like killing them. Like in secondary school, that's what he felt like doing, that what should he do?
Or to kill them.
Yes. So like they can't handle these things, and they ask several questions. So some would be asking, like, we ask what in case that, okay, if somebody is being abused, what can this person do? So they have so many questions that they are scared of asking their teachers. Sometimes they feel like they will be ashamed, they will be judged. But this education actually is good in the sense that it helps them have a knowledge of this. Okay, what if rape occurs? What should you do? What if it happens to your friend? What should be done? There are a lot of people that young persons, they were raped and they don't even know what to do. How do they protect themselves from gender-based violence? We talk about all these things during comprehensive sexuality education. So it's a broad topic
so what we're saying
should be encouraged.
We should take it to school.
Yes.
I'm so concerned about parents, because one of the basic influencer to a child is a parent.
Yes.
Either actively or passively. Shouldn't parents be involved in this comprehensive sexuality education? Shouldn't we teach parents too?
Parents should be involved, and it's actually important that parents actually find a means of actually talking to their children, both boys and girls, about their sexuality and their reproductive health. They need to like have extensive discussion, because most times what we just have is a 2-line discussion. Immediately a lady starts menstruating, you are not a woman. If you touch a guy, you get pregnant. That's the end.
That's all.
And there's no talk for the guys.
That's in, if the guys can just
there's no
navigate life.
There's no talk for the guys.
Some guys will now start asking questions like, oh, they are having wet dream, are they fine? Then one of their friends will say, that means you should go and have sex because you started, so that it can stop. Like, there are so many myths, and they can't ask their father. They were like, how would I even start talking to dad about this? That's when it's not malaria, when it's not academic grade. So parents too needs to come to the level of we had issues where we had this kind of thing that Bolu asked her mom.
Yes.
So, and we saw the way the mom just handled it, although she did a little bit, but it could have been better. So our parents need to learn how to talk about issues around this with young people?
Now, I'm trying to look at risky sexual behaviors, which we say can lead to unsafe abortion practices, and they are common amongst young people. Abdul Malik, help me. Can you shed light on this, taking cues from what has been seen in the drama so far?
Okay, so we have various forms of risky sexual behaviors. We have having multiple sexual partners, just like in the case of Risky Cat. She had Alaji Bello and another guy. She had two guys that she was having affairs with. So we also have unprotected. Another form of risky sexual behavior is the unprotected sex, and the concept of risky sexual behavior just actually goes beyond just having STIs, having unintended pregnancies. There are some social or cultural events that might take place that might not. I mean, that might be as a result of this risky sexual behaviors. So, for instance, there are cases whereby through a guy and a girl having sexual intercourse, or they become friends with themselves, and one way or the other, issue around trafficking might occur, because you never know the intention of the other person towards you. So maybe you're not supposed to be involved with someone, and you are having sexual affairs with the person. The guy or the girl might actually one day poison or just put something in your drink or in your food. You sleep off. The next thing you know is that you're somewhere else.
Or you're kidnapped.
Yeah, exactly.
Or raped. Or
you're somewhere else. So there's we've had various issues of people who would have intercourse with big men in society, and the next thing we hear is that they are missing, and the next thing we hear again is that they've been found in the bush with part of their body gone for ritual. So for risky sexual from the radio drama, we could see, like I said, Risky Cat. For her, she had multiple sexual partners, which eventually which eventually got her pregnant. So it's quite common, and
so there are a lot of
indications for
risky.
Yes.
Diola is very interesting. It's an interesting character.
Yeah.
Diola approached Yalagbo for contraceptive. What would you say about that concerning the actions of these young people when they get into trouble?
Okay, I think Diola actually would have made use of modern contraceptive, but because the husband was like, no, he doesn't believe in it. He has believed so many myths around it, and he did not even want the wife to take it at all. And the husband is the same person that actually wants to have sexual affair with the wife. So she has to look for another option. She has to look for other ways whereby she can protect herself. That's why she actually went to Yalagbo. And just like anybody that actually can suffice in this situation, gave her something to use, and it failed. And she was really in a big question mark, because the last child she had, which was with CX, and this new child was about, I think, 4 or 6 months.
4 to 6 months.
So, and she was like, she doesn't want to die, she's scared. She had to look for a safe way to actually end it. But the issue here is now the fact that she didn't carry her husband along because she was scared of what might happen. So it actually shows like some challenges that women face that actually could have been avoided if she was given the opportunity to take up modern contraceptive, if she had access to it. So these are actually issues that are happening around us, that people need to actually face their fears and believe that, okay, they can take up this method. If we have had people that called us and they were like, they took up a particular method, it's not compatible with them, we encourage them to go back to the health facility where you took this method, complain to them, and if you are not compatible with a particular method, they can give you another method. So the truth is that contraceptive does not make a woman infertile, doesn't stop a woman from actually giving birth when the person is ready to do so.
Give birth. The decision of Deola, finally, what would you say about it?
Okay, I just felt that she did what she had to do. So, like, at those points when people face difficult situations, they actually weigh their options and they make a decision. So, and in our organization, we don't judge people for what the particular decision they've made. That's our own decision. She weighed it and she saw that her health is at risk at this. So she just went with her decision.
Okay, let's go to the issue of law. The issue of law, because it's very important for me. I need to quickly clear this.
Okay.
What does our law say about abortion?
Okay, the law of Nigeria is actually, we have a restrictive abortion law in Nigeria. So it's only permissible to save the life of a woman. So that's why we say it is restrictive. So as far as it is saving the life of a woman, it's allowed. So yes, so that's what is called therapeutic abortion. So that's what the law is at this point. Although there have been several activities and campaigns to actually legalize abortion, but the issue is still at a very is at a level that we don't discuss around issues around this. People don't like to pedal into it because of our culture, because of our religion. But the irony of this issue is that in countries where abortions are legalized, they have less statistics around it. But in countries that it is restricted or that they are not allowed at all, they have higher rates of this practice. So it's actually ironical. So if you allow it, people won't do it. If you restrict it, people are doing it. So what is the cost? So that means if it is, so that's actually giving us a particular question mark around this issue that we are talking about.
Okay, the program is still Loud Whispers, and we want to take your calls right now. Take a short break and take your calls right now. You can call us, and when you call us, if you want to win something, you can win something if you answer our questions. We have questions around the drama. How much do you know Loud Whispers? This, you're going to listen to the 12th edition today at 8:45. So how much do you know about it? 0809-155-1055, 0805-699-8678, and 0706-949-3000. Those are the numbers you can call right now. 0809-155-1055, 0805-699-8678, and 0706-949-3000. So we'll take this break. You can call us right now and win for yourself something.
Kasala don't post. My own don't meet me today, and I want to make. I wanna, but he say no yawa without rubber. He lie. Me sef come mumu join. You don't even remember Belle at all. Now Belle don't land for my domot. Who I won't tell. What I won't tell my mama. Try, mama get you go kill me today.
Not be only condom you fit use prevent belena, even if yawa boss. Solution fit dey. No go put yourself for gbege. No go wound your body. No go kill yourself. For more information and tori, call 0902-777-0177 quick. Make we yarn with you one-on-one. This message now from One Life Initiative with collaborate from Amplify Change.
Ayé mi tèmi bá mi, mo ṣeré ṣe. Ẹ̀kọ́ péré sì ni mo ṣe o. Mo sì kìlọ̀ fún títí. Ó ní kò sí ìyọnu láì lo rọ́bà dáàbò bò. Ọ̀nà wo ni màá wá gbé gbà báyìí? Èmi Táwà, ọmọ yẹn lẹ́wà. Tèmi bá mi pọ̀. Ojú mi sì ti wá jà báyìí. Ilẹ̀kùn ti mú mi lọ́wọ́ fá. Mo ti lóyún.
Oríṣiríṣi ọ̀nà wà tá a fi lè fètò sọ́mọ bíbí tàbí dènà oyún àìròtẹ́lẹ̀. Àwọn akọ́ṣẹ́mọṣẹ́ wà tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ lórí àwọn nǹkan báyìí. Fún ìgbaniníyànjú lórí àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ tó bá ta kókó àti ìgbaninímọ̀ràn pé ẹ̀rọ ìbáraẹnisọ̀rọ̀ yìí ní kíákíá 090-277-7017. 080-56-1-977. ìkéde yìí wá láti ọ̀dọ̀ àjọ One Life Initiative pẹ̀lú àjọṣepọ̀ Amplify Change.
Welcome back. So the calls are ready right now. 0809-155-1055, 0805-699-8678. Let's see who is here with me. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
How are you today?
I'm fine, sir.
What's your name and where are you calling me from?
My name is Fatia. I'm calling from Challenge.
Please say the name again, please.
Fatia.
Fatia.
Yes.
Okay. Do you listen to Loud Whispers?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Tell me, who is your favorite character in that drama?
This is Deola.
Who?
This is Deola
Deola. Okay. Why do you like Deola?
because, like, she's trying to protect herself and she's always trying to be her husband too. And she doesn't want to die young. And she doesn't want to, like, leave her children alone. For other women to, like, maltreat them and treat them in a bad way.
Tell me, what would you say about Deola's decision not to tell her husband about her pregnancy and her action?
I think she's just trying to help herself because if she knows if she tell her husband, he's going to, like, tell her not to do it and stop her from doing it.
Thank you, Faithia. Tell me the last 3 digits of your number, of your phone number.
The last
3 digits of your phone number.
374.
374. You've won for yourself a wonderful gift. I'll call you after the program to tell me what. Maybe you can come here on Friday and pick it. Can you?
Okay, sir.
All right, I'll expect you. Thank you for calling us.
Yes, sir.
Good evening. All right, so we want someone else to call us, 0809-155-1055. If you've been listening to Loud Whispers over the weeks. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Thank you for calling the radio station.
Yeah, I'm permitted to call the second time and win.
What's the name?
My name is Onyedamola.
Onyedamola, you won last time.
Yes.
Okay, you're permitted to call again. You're our favorite listener. All right, so let's go. What question will I ask you now? What family planning methods were mentioned in the radio drama series that you can remember?
Hello?
Can you remember any family planning methods mentioned in the radio drama?
Any family planning method?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Okay, tell me your favorite character then.
My favorite character?
Yes.
Yalago and Risikat.
Yalago. Why do you like Yalago?
Yalago is very funny woman. Collecting bribe man to hand over her daughter, which Abasaja is dead her not.
Abasaja said he's going to make her a criminal.
Yes.
Okay. Do you think it's good to use agbo for contraceptives?
No, because it depends. Like, lately I've seen somebody that said she went to somebody for this agbo stuff, so they asked her to get a ring, that whenever she wants to have sex, she has to wear the ring and make sure it's always on her. And at the end of the day, in fact, she was pregnant and gave birth to twins.
You made me laugh. Okay, thank you very much. Please tell me the last 3 digits of your phone number.
568.
568. Thank you, Onyedamola, for calling us. Well, we got to today, and we thank you for calling us. So, gentleman and lady, tell me your last shot before we move away from here. Yes. What will be your last message now?
Okay, I would want to say that we actually have a non-judgmental approach towards reproductive health and rights issues, so people can reach out to us. And also I would want to advise everybody to actually stay safe and avoid risky sexual behaviors that will put them in questionable moments. But even if issues like this happen, they can still reach out to us. Thank you.
Okay, so what would you say, Abdul Malik?
All right, so I would advise our listeners at home that as much as possible, they should equip themselves with adequate and proper information about these issues around sexual and reproductive health and right, and which is what Loud Whispers is all about. And as much as possible, try to stay safe during this pandemic, and apply what you've learned over the past 12 weeks now to your daily life, because there's a projection that pregnancy would rise during this period. So people should stay safe
and play safe. Thank you. Famuyi Gudokas is the program officer from One Life Initiative. Thank Adeshokun Abdul Malik, the monitoring and evaluation officer, and Apan Samuel, communication and media assistant. Thank you, gentlemen and lady, for being here. We also want to thank very sincerely our executive director, Shola Pagorusi, Amoluasheun Akinola. Thank you. Play safe, stay safe. Up next is our drama series, episode 12, Loud Whispers.
Sometimes there are truths you know, but you cannot talk about. There are many conversations young people are having in hushed tones and cannot bring to the public. Well, someday you must face the reality of the situation and speak out. We present Loud Whispers. Loud Whispers. A radio drama that takes you on a journey of reality as we explore social issues, reproductive health and right matters that are often discussed in whispers. Experience 15 minutes of intrigues, humor, and suspense-filled radio drama for 18 weeks.
Join us every Tuesday on Splash 105.5 FM from 8:45 p.m. to 9 p.m. from June 2020.
Loud Whispers is proudly brought to you by One Life Initiative with support from Amplify Change.